Welcome to the Elements of Spirit reading for the week of April 24th, 2017. This reading is for the element of water. That includes the signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay, let's see. If you haven't listened to the Ether reading, go back, check that out now. Ether affirmation this week. I use the knowledge from my depths to launch myself into clarity. Let's see what comes for the water element. So many animal creatures this week. I love it. Anguilas. Anguilas are eels. Eels. Slippery, potent, electric force, brewing. Ooh. Leave well enough alone. What do I think? What do I do? What do I do? Not how do I feel? Not how do I feel? Okay, fun. I love this. This is great. Water element, brethren and sistren. It's good because it's like a kind of doubling over of the ether reading. We're getting a sense of, using that inner knowledge material to jump off of the swamp jelly trampoline. That's the swamp jelly trampoline of decayed matter that our feelings have kind of broken things down. We're at a place where you don't have to go deeper. You don't have to feel into this more. You don't have to question you don't have to actually question the why. What do I think I do? Yeah. What do I think? What do I do? As opposed to why is this happening? How do I feel about it? It's not about abstract motivation, which has more to do with ether, and it's not about the feelings, which has more to do with water. It's also not about what's going on. It's not about the earth, because the water has broken down all the earth. This moment is about what do I think and what do I do? Leave well enough alone. There's a big, strong read from the water element this week that says, enough. Stop feeling into it. Stop going into it. You got to bounce back. You got to come up. You got to get clear. What do I think? What do I do? What do I think? What do I do? Presume. Interesting. It's almost like presume that how you felt a week ago is how you still feel. But some stuff's gone down that's trying to convince you to feel more and to go deeper and to get into it further. And the idea here is that there's no new feelings coming down the pike at this time. Why? Because there's a membrane over this pot of baby eels. That's what this is. This pot of slippery, potent, electric force brewing. That's a sign. It says there's something in you that's powerful, that's potent, that is waiting to just like projectile forth with a turgid, phallic, driving force. So these eels want to grow up from being babies that slither all over each other in the primordial ooze. They want to get big enough so that if they need to be slippery inside of their cave, they can. If they need to attack, they can. But also, if they just need to project their force out of their cave, they can chill, and their tail might be fluid and slippery, but they are firm, resolute, and they will shock you if you touch them. So it's this kind of, so funny. I never think of these alchemical terms, but I could be wrong. So if there's an alchemist out there that wants to correct me, please know I'm open to corrections. There's this thing called the Negredo, which is like the totally decomposed mass of stuff that the water causes through putrefaction. And it aligns itself to the abyss and to the void. And the idea here is that you need to bring the manifested elements of nature into that void in order for true growth and true evolution to occur. So the idea here is that it's like your eels, your baby eels are brewing in the Negredo. There's like power coming forward that isn't fully grown yet and that wants to come out of you. And that's why you're not supposed to pierce the egg sac. You're not supposed to pierce the eel jelly. Otherwise, your swirling primordial ooze will be exposed to the light before It's ready to project itself into whatever it is that you're doing next. But the good sign is that you've got a lot of power that's coming to you. You just want to, is it a matter of waiting? Yeah, it's not really a matter of waiting. You still are going to have to do the bouncing that's encouraged by the ether. Bouncing on whatever, however far you've gotten, whatever you've learned about yourself, using that material, using that knowledge from your depths to launch yourself into greater clarity. I understand this about myself now, so I don't actually have to dig any deeper. I know what's making me tick in this moment. I'm not going to dig any deeper. I'm going to bounce out of this shit now, figure out where I'm at, orient myself so I can decide what to apply this knowledge to, what to do with it next. Get enough clarity in order to ask, what do I think, what do I do? Not how do I feel. And cool. Affirmation this week for water. I am the protector of my power. I am the protector of my power. I am the protector of my power. It's pretty cool. So you're actually using the material that you've turned up to get a better view of your situation, of your life, so that you can apply yourself more thoroughly. So that you can apply yourself more thoroughly to what you think, what you do, not how you feel. You're using this material to get perspective so that you can literally come up with something enough to do for the remainder of the week until like Mercury goes direct next week sometime. You're getting enough information to do something else other than trying to dig deeper and feel more into why things are happening, how you feel about things are happening, emphasizing instead, what do you think and what do you do based on the material that you've turned up, which you are no longer digging into. Affirmation, I am the protector of my power. I love you guys. I will talk to you in a week. Bye.